The Christian church has nothing to do with this Bible.
Right.
Because we read the law that says that a man shall not live with mankind, but the piano player in the church trying to sleep with a young man. But we out here to show you, don't connect the church with the Bible.
Right.
Because the church does not teach the Bible.
That's right.
Because the reason that something like that was allowed to go on is because the church teaches us that God's laws are done away with.
That's right.
When we just read out the Bible, out the laws, that a man should not lie with mankind.
Bring it out.
If the church was teaching that, then that wouldn't have happened. He wouldn't have been in there playing no damn piano.
Right. That's right.
So that's the problem. Give me that in Isaiah 29 and 13. The Christian church is not teaching the Bible.
Bring it out.
The Christian church has nothing to do with the Bible.
Right. Teach.
And that's facts. And because the situation that happened with you, now it turned you away, and because they had the Bible, now you're like, I don't want nothing to do with that Bible.
Right.
When all actuality, it's them, not the Bible.
That's right.
The Bible is how God shows us how to change our conditions, how to correct ourselves. It teaches a man how to be a man of his household, how to have one wife. The Bible shows us what we got to do to live.
Right.
But the Christian church, the people that's in our communities, they claim to love God, they ain't teaching the Bible.
What you think of? So you just celebrated Juneteenth? Oh, praise, man. So I got a question.
Hey,
are
see
we
what
free
it
as
is.
a people?
We out here to teach the 12 tribes of Israel the true gospel.
I understand we have to celebrate
Blacks, Hispanics,
something.
and Native
They're
Americans
trying
are
to give us
Israelites.
some type of hope.
Hey,
but
you
at
already
the end
know
of
what
the
to
day,
do.
Juneteenth
Like,
is still not a
share, and
freedom day.
subscribe right now.
Right. So we're trying to show people how to get actual freedom out of the scriptures to show that Christ is dealing with the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Americans, and he's going to save those people.
That's right.
So you saying the men that wrote the Bible
Ain't never met you.
they ain't never met God? Prove it.
You will prove it. Well, God. You reading from it. Well, God.
Give me that in Isaiah.
The red in the Bible, they said that what Jesus said.
Right.
Okay, then, where his grave at?
Where his grave at?
Where his grave at?
What does that have to do with you getting salvation?
Read out. Teach.
No, I want to ask you. What you going from question to question to question after question?
Right. Okay.
You said the first thing you said was, where was this Bible?
Where the Bible? Right.
You said when you read the Bible, how do you understand it? Right?
Right.
What you got? Yeah, let's read that first. Let's start baby steps. Read.
This white man.
Look at Isaiah, chapter 28, verse 11.
Right.
You know?
Do you know why we got that right there?
Right, to show that that's not real.
Yeah. Because the Bible, that description is not in the Bible.
All right.
That's right.
That's what's been pushed on us as a people.
That's right.
To look at the white man as God.
That's right.
So what we out here teaching is not Christianity.
That's right.
That's what a lot of people misconceive.
Come on.
We're not teaching Christianity.
No, y'all people can teach from the Bible.
Right. We teach from the Bible because the Bible tells us about why we're in the condition that we're in and how we're going to get out of the condition that we're in.
That's right.
So you trying to understand the condition to get out.
We already understand. That's why we over
That's why
here.
we in.
Bring it out.
That's why we in. So you trying to speak while we out.
Wait, say it again.
That's why we in.
You saying this is why we in
Why
what?
we in?
Why we in what?
Why we in slavery? Why we not at peace? Because if we
Now, you asking a question?
since we believe in that, that's why where we at now.
Okay, I'm gonna start there. But we'll start there first. Read
none
it
of
out
y'all-
there.
I
We're
bet
gonna start
you
there.
none of y'all still gonna fight for us.
Why we out here?
Just talking.
You don't know nothing. Well, come here, bro. Come here, bro. Yeah, give me that. Psalm 94:16. Come here. Come here, bro. You made a lot of statements. I want to show you from the Bible the proof of why we out here.
Samuel.
Okay, that's cool.
Samuel.
But just listen up. Listen for it. Give us some time to listen. Because you said a lot. And I want to go through the Bible to show the things that you said, how it's all because what has happened over the years is that our minds have been turned away from the Bible.
Right.
Because we've been taught that the white man wrote the Bible, that they use it to control us. When you go to Christian church after Christian church, they ain't doing nothing this Bible is saying to do.
That's right.
But read that.
Psalms 94:16.
Bring it out.
Who will rise up for me against the evildoers?
So the Bible, this is God speaking. He said, who will rise up for me against the evildoer? Who will rise up for the young men that's going from block to block, shooting down and killing babies, that's killing elderly? Who's gonna go in these neighborhoods and stand up to these men?
Wake them up.
We are, and we have.
That's
we
right.
continue doing it.
Right.
Right.
Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity?
So God is asking, who's going to stand up against the workers of iniquity? Who's doing it? Who's standing up today against the workers of iniquity? Who's doing it? I'm asking the question. I want this to be a dialogue. I don't want you to just stand there and just
You said you talk about here.
iniquity is sin
Oh,
or crime.
Now, who's standing up for what?
Yeah, who's standing up for it? Who's standing up against the crime that's going on in our community? Nobody is.
Right.
So how do we fix it? If you stand up for yourself, how does it gonna fix the community?
Right.
So if you stand up for yourself and you get yourself right, what you gotta do to the community to help the community get better?
Wake them up.
Right.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
There's something in the Bible that says about the mustard seed. What you say about the mustard seed? What you say about
Now you going somewhere else.
No, what you say is overtake one person.
But when that one person get right, what you gotta do? That's what. So if I change me, once I change me, what I gotta do after that?
That's right. That's right.
And that's what the Bible tells us to do.
That's right.
So again, so
already
listen.
know without that.
But okay, so why are we in the conditions that we're in?
Bring it out.
Let it happen. Cause we let it happen.
We let it happen?
We let it happen.
Let me ask you this. On this earth, who's the greatest people that's on this earth?
Us, we are kings.
So we the kings, and we the greatest people on the earth, right? So how did an inferior nation to us overtake us and put us in slavery?
Teach, son.
Because we let them. Because
We let them?
Hold on. Because you know the Europeans got 5% of what the DNA? There's something about the DNA that the Europeans got 5. The monkeys got more than the Europeans, and we got more than everybody.
So what?
So
how?
So we are kings.
So if they're inferior to us, so
the
question.
position that we are
So
in?
if they're inferior to us, how did they overtake us?
Right.
Because we had them.
And they still overtaking us to this day.
Wake them up.
But we greater.
What you mean wake us up? Because you let me know what's already happening.
But how is it that they did that? If we're greater, and we know that we're greater, why are we still here?
Because the white folks allow us to teach us how to read. You heard me?
Say it
White
again.
folks didn't allow us to teach us how to read.
They didn't allow us to teach us
Right.
how to read.
But some snuck off and learned how to read.
But the question is, how is it that because they came, one, we was already on this land
And now,
in America. In the Americas, we were here, right? Wasn't nobody over here? Listen up, bro, don't turn away from me. Was anybody on this land when Christopher Columbus, Hernán Cortez, when they came over here, was anybody inhabiting this land?
that's why Christopher Columbus discovered America. We led them to the areas of what we belong.
My question is this.
But I'm missing.
Was there people inhabiting this land
Us?
before they came over? That's what I said. We were over here already, right?
Right.
How did they overtake us?
How do you overtake us?
Yeah. How did they overtake us in our own land? We had home court advantage.
What?
Knowledge.
A lack of knowledge of what?
Lack of knowledge when you get around.
Let me show you. Read, because we're doing a lot of talking. Read that real quick. What you got?
Yes, sir.
2 Maccabees chapter 7 and verse 32.
Bring it out.
For we suffer because of our sins.
So the reason that we suffering, the reason that we are in the position that we are in, is because we sinned against the Most High God.
That's right.
It's not because we lack knowledge, because we didn't have no economic. We had Black Wall Street.
Right.
Everything. Every time we come together, we thrive. But yet we still on the bottom as a people.
Right. Right.
Something's wrong there. Because when we go to basketball, who dominates? We go to football, who dominates? So how the hell we can't dominate our own community?
That's right. Right.
That's the question you need to find out.
I know it already.
That's right.
I mean, okay, so this right here.
Deuteronomy 28:1.
This one.
I want to show you the reason it's beyond us. Because we already established that we the greatest people that's on this earth.
That's right.
We dominate everything.
Right.
But yet we at the bottom of society no matter where you go on this earth.
Right.
This is why. Read that in 28:1.
Deuteronomy 28 and verse 1.
Yeah.
And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
That's right.
So, are you familiar with the Bible? I don't say you don't believe in the Bible, but are you familiar with it?
What he said. What
Wait, no, let's not go nowhere else. Are you familiar with the Bible?
No, not exactly.
Okay, so you're not familiar with the Bible. So right here.
You don't know what? I ain't gonna lie. I was raised in a Baptist church.
Okay.
I was raised in a Baptist church.
So
you know why I left the Baptist church?
Right.
Because the piano player tried to fuck me.
And that's the problem with the church.
And that's the problem. He tried. God rest his soul. Please, my Allah, walk on the rock. God rest his soul.
This is what I'm
and
saying.
I was 15. And
So-
I got out when I was 47.
So look, so that's one of the problems with the church. Because the church ain't teaching this Bible.
Why would I trust in that? But somebody who was into it,
Now let's look.
supposed to have taught
Give me
us,
Leviticus. But
but
look,
he ain't gonna switch up like that.
but that's the thing.
I killed a man at 15
But
years
wait, but
old.
listen, bro. Listen. I got you. I understand. But that's why we out here. Because come closer, bro. Because we out here for you, bro. Because the thing about it, that what happened to you, what somebody tried to do, that's what goes on in our community. And that's why the Christian church is not the place for us to be.
That's right.
The Christian church don't got nothing to do with this Bible.
That's right.
Nothing. Nothing. They turn people away from God. That's just that right there. If they was teaching the Bible, they would know this. You said it was the piano player. It was a man, right? Read this.
Leviticus chapter 20 verse 13.
Bring it out.
If a man also lie with mankind,
If a man lie with mankind, what you think that means?
Yeah.
No, I'm saying what this means. Well, what does that mean? What
I
does
don't
that
have no
say?
problem with saying that.
No, but listen. What does that mean? It said, read it again.
if a man also lie with mankind, as he lied with a woman.
What is that talking about?
You're a lost soul.
But what is we reading? What is he saying? It says if a man lie with mankind as he lied with the woman. What is that saying? What is that? But what specifically is it? What sin is it? Read it again. Read the whole thing.
If a man also lied with mankind, as he lied with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination.
What we're reading about is sodomy. This is homosexuality in the Bible.
Right.
God said that we ain't supposed to do it.
Right.
God said that it's an abomination. So the very fact that you was doing at 15, the piano player tried to sleep with you, that lets you know that the Christian church, that's probably 30, 40 years ago? The Christian church ain't changed.
That's right.
The Christian church has nothing to do with this Bible.
That's
Because we
right.
read the law that says that a man shall not live with mankind, but the piano player in the church trying to sleep with a young man.
Yes. Because of going to church, I lost 15, 20 years of my life.
Come closer.
That's why I don't.
But that's the thing. What we out here to show you, don't connect the church with the Bible.
Right.
Because the church does not teach the Bible.
That's right.
Because the reason that something like that was allowed to go on is because the church teaches us that God's laws are done away with.
That's right.
When we just read out the Bible, out the laws, that a man should not lie with mankind.
Bring it out.
If the church was teaching that, then that wouldn't have happened. He wouldn't have been in there playing no damn piano.
Right. That's right.
So that's the problem. Give me that in Isaiah 29 and 13. The Christian church is not teaching the Bible.
Bring it out.
The Christian church has nothing to do with the Bible.
Right. Teach.
And that's facts. And because the situation that happened with you, now it turned you away. And because they had the Bible, now you're like, I don't want nothing to do with that Bible.
Right.
When all actuality, it's them, not the Bible.
That's right.
The Bible is how God shows us how to change our conditions.
Right.
How to correct ourselves. It teaches a man how to be a man of his household.
Preach.
How to have one wife. The Bible shows us what we got to do to live.
Right.
But the Christian church, the people that's in our communities, they claim to love God, they ain't teaching the Bible.
That's right.
Isaiah chapter 29, verse 13.
Bring it out.
Therefore, the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth.
So as much as this people draw near to God with their mouth, that's the Christian churches that flood the community.
That's right.
Because what they do, you talk to them, hey, how you doing? I'm blessed and highly favored. They running and jumping around the church.
Right.
They say they blessed. God got me. No, he don't. God ain't got nothing. God ain't got nothing that your hands touch. Because you breaking his commandments.
You know what?
But read, go ahead.
You know what? Two things killing us in the black neighborhood?
What?
Liquor stores and Christian churches.
Yup. That's right. Exactly right. Read.
And with their lips do honor me.
So in the Christian church, with their lips they honor God. They got the praise and worship service.
Right.
And the pastor read half of scripture and teach for 2 hours
about
what's on his mind. That's
a story.
That's foolishness.
Tell a story.
Right. He's telling a story that ain't got nothing to do with God.
That's right.
Read.
But have removed their heart far from me.
This is what's in the church. It says they removed their heart far from me. What's the heart? Let's get there real quick. It's more than this. It says they removed their heart far from me. What did they remove far from them? Because in the Christian church, we see that all the time. All these children being molested.
Right.
The pastor sleeping with all these sisters on the front row with mini skirts on.
See?
All of that is ungodly behavior.
That's right.
We still getting buried. But the only reason they buried folks that had the season, that's why they put them 6 feet down.
Right.
We shouldn't even be there.
No, the heart, Mark 7. Because he said they removed their heart far from me. In the Christian churches across the world, they mind ain't on the scriptures.
Right.
It's on money. You exactly
right.
Bro. That's all it is.
That's right.
It's on money.
If it ain't gonna make them money, they ain't doing nothing with it.
If it don't make no money, it don't make no sense.
Exactly. And that's what we got this Bible.
Why?
We not
I don't
teaching the same
understand
thing.
why a lot of us fall for that system is to give money for no hope.
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you.
They give money for
true
no hope.
words. A lot of us, we just want some motivation because we so down. We just want somebody to say something good that sound good to us, to motivate us.
Right.
And then we moving off of that. When that's not what's gonna fix our community.
Right.
Mark.
Maybe read. Let's do
The book of Mark, chapter 7, verse 21.
Yeah.
For from within, out of the heart of men,
So that's that word. It said, out of the heart of men, read,
proceed evil thoughts.
proceed evil thoughts. Does this part, does our physical heart that pump blood have thoughts? Our heart have thoughts.
If your heart, I think your heart is part of your soul that brings thought to elevate you or de-elevate you, or however you put that. You elevate or you gonna.
But let's,
Idle mind is never thing. I'll put you like that.
the idle mind,
Right.
not idle heart. So this is what, look, let's finish this. Let's get the full picture. Read.
For from within, out of the heart of men, proceed evil thoughts.
So out of the heart of men proceed evil thoughts. Read.
Adulteries,
Adulteries. If a woman walks past the street in Daisy Dukes with a tight mini skirt, tight top, a man is bound to look at her and be like, I hit that. You do that with your heart, or do you do that with your mind?
I don't window shop.
I ain't talking about you. When I say you, I'm talking about our people. I mean, what they do it. They undress her in their mind.
Right.
So it's talking about your mind. When you say your heart, it's talking about your mind.
That's right. That's
Read.
right.
fornications,
Fornication, which is the same thing, except fornication is sex before marriage, or sex when you're not married, you just having sex with everybody.
Right.
Read.
murders, thefts,
Murders. When somebody goes in, let's say somebody seeking revenge, what did they think about? How did they get to the point where they murdered that person?
I have probable cause.
Then I ain't talking about you, but I'm talking about
sometimes you might
yours
have
is
cause.
self-defense.
You can say that too.
I'm talking about in the case of, I just hate this brother, live on the next block. I don't like him. I want to off him. It started up here.
That's right.
Because I'm meditating on who he think he is.
Right.
He did this, he did that. It starts in your mind.
Right.
So when we read out the Bible, when it's most of the time when it's saying heart, it's talking about your mind.
That's right.
Let's go back to Isaiah 29.
Isaiah chapter 29, verse 13.
Bring it out.
For the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth.
So our people draw near God with their mouth. These so-called Christians. Because they're not Christians. They have nothing to do with this Bible.
Right. That's right.
That's what we have to understand as a people, because the Christian church ain't doing nothing but destroying our community.
That's right.
Because when you ride through our community, it's about 20 churches on the block.
That's right.
But then when you go inside the blocks, you got boarded up houses.
Teams.
The gangs running the neighborhood.
Right.
It's all type of evil in the neighborhood. I thought the church was supposed to fix the neighborhood.
Right.
But it ain't doing that.
by the churches.
Right. Read.
And with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me.
So that in the churches that remove their mind far from the Most High God.
Right.
They are not attached with the words of this Bible.
Right.
Read.
And their fear toward me
The fear that you learn, the fear that our people learn in the Christian church, read,
is taught by the precept of men.
is taught by men. It's not taught by the word, thus saith the Lord.
Right.
Because this Bible is the word of God.
That's right.
The way we are able to identify the condition that we are in is by this Bible. And
That's
why we are in the condition that we are in is by this Bible. But the thing about it is you've been detached from the Bible because of the things that happen.
Read.
But all in all, this Bible got the solutions for us to fix our community.
That's right.
What is a nation?
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models.